Like many developers, my past is riddled with countless unfinished projects. In fact, I think it's fair to say that every project I have done up until this point has been unfinished. I have never finished a game. I would sink hours, days, and weeks into problems that I would eventually solve, and sometimes not even solve, and inevitably end up in the same spot as before, with a dead project that wasn't fun to play and that no one knew anything about. Sound familiar? Well, this time, my goal was simple. Release a project by January 1st, which gave me about a month from the time of conception. Don't worry about optimized code, don't worry about scalability, just finish something. Just finish something. Should be easy, right? Well, I got to work one morning when I was feeling a bout of enthusiasm. First, I started with the track, going for a simple miniature toy aesthetic, and then I got to the bike mechanics. After about 4 hours of struggling, I was promptly disappointed at how all the years of coding had left me with the inability to even program simple bike physics. I got up and walked away, feeling really dumb and defeated. I'd fallen into the same trap as before, where I was trying to follow the way people online had done it, when I should have just been trying to build one myself so I knew how everything worked from the inside out. And once I did that, lo and behold, I got a bike of my own design working. After that, it was time to figure out the star system, the platform independent save system, and the progression. This turned out to be straightforward, but there were many small edge cases to account for, like if you quit in the middle of a level, or if you scored less stars the second time you play the level, you don't want your score to be overwritten. In the end, this was all just hand programming everything that needed to be done, and if it worked, I went with it. Now, you may have noticed the 3D models, but a lack of 3D modeling footage. This is for a good reason. I can't model, and that's where Scout came in. He is my game development counterpart, the guy whose 3D art sits unseen in my unfinished projects, haunting their halls. He generously whipped up some ramps for me and a badass dirt bike eventually, all from the comfort of his Japanese apartment in between his full college schedule. Arigato gozaimasu, compadre. Could not have done it without you. Seriously. But back to my struggles. I continued to flesh out the UI and get it to the point where I felt like everything was playable, except I only had 2 levels. Drawing and designing these levels became a painstaking task as I had sunk so much time into building the infrastructure of the game that I had to start playing it from the beginning to even be able to test the level that I was currently building, which turned out to be a major bottleneck but also saved me time on the back end as I knew everything worked together. I hand drew the levels on paper, finished the UI, and launched the test build. Releasing to iOS was a full video in itself, but that's already covered extensively on YouTube. And on January 2nd, 2025, our first game was released on iOS. Mini MX, free to play, ad-free, and most importantly, actually a modicum of fun. Enjoy. A project that actually got done. Thanks for watching.